the adult thriller movies from the 90s is something that I really enjoy. I feel like that was the age of them. It's a kind of lost film now, which were fantastically entertaining, exciting and surprising, and definitely aimed at adult audiences. But they kind of faded away, and as I go to talk about Double Jeopardy from 1999, which was a great year of film, number 66 in the Imprint range, I find myself stuck. I hate giving away spoilers on films. I feel like a lot of it's given away in the synopsis and in the trailer for this one, but it's a movie that's been released so long ago that you may never have heard of it.
I gotta hand it to you, honey, it's just sheer hate driving you on.
So what I will say before I jump into probably a little bit of a spoiler review, or definitely giving some early plot points away, is that Double Jeopardy is fascinating. It's super fun, it's thrilling, entertaining with great performances, a great surprising story that went in places I wasn't expecting. It's got Tommy Lee Jones, Ashley Judd just doing terrific work, and it is well worth your time in searching out and watching. Now, the basic plot here, like I said, little mild spoilers for the start of the movie, is all about a woman who's living her perfect life. Libby just has a great life. She's got a son who's 4. She's got a husband who gives her everything that she possibly wants. He's the life of this small island town where they live. In fact, he's so generous to a fault that he's bought her the boat she always wanted, and they go out for a kind of date night, test it out, see if they like the boat, and she wakes up in the middle of the night to discover blood all over the place and her husband's body nowhere to be found, just as the Coast Guards turn up and arrest her. She's quickly railroaded and charged for murder and put into prison, and through a series of events suspects that her husband is not actually dead. And this is where she discovers the Double Jeopardy law. You cannot be charged for the same murder twice. If you've been convicted of killing someone, then you've been convicted and paid the penalty. So she can effectively walk up to him in broad daylight, shoot him, and there is nothing anybody can do. And that really shakes the cobwebs loose of Libby as she becomes fueled with revenge and looking to get her son back. Tommy Lee Jones comes into this one as Travis, a parole officer who is in charge of Libby, and when she escapes, he kind of has to go after her. The film has one of those great propulsive mysteries at its heart. You get a protagonist who you really buy into. Everything was done to her was just wrong, and you're hoping she somehow wins out the day, even though Bruce Greenwood, her husband in this one, is such a horrible villain. There is always that hint that he could maybe outwit her and get away with this, because he's a terrible character in this one. And you kind of have Travis, the parole officer, as someone who is kind of questioning his life choices, looking where he is, and starts to think, maybe Libby didn't do this.
You ever arrest anybody you thought was innocent, Mango?
Nope.
But at the same time, he's got a job to do, and he'll do it as best he can. I think Ashley Judd is wonderful in this one. She kind of shows that fragility as everything falls apart, and then the tenacity as she builds herself up to getting out of this place and getting revenge, and more importantly, getting her son back. The driving force in this one is a mother's love. Corny, yes, but effective in these kind of movies, these kind of mid-level budget thrillers, which I say have kind of lost their way. Not something you see as much anymore, but something that are super enjoyable to check out.
Let's go, Lehman. We spotted your girl.
Double Jeopardy is just a fun, easy to watch thriller that keeps you entertained for an hour and 45 minutes. It's a kind of lost art, I would say, at this point. something that's just there to entertain. It's like a good crime novel. Ticks all the boxes, it keeps you entertained and leaves you satisfied at the end of it. What more do you want? Like I said, number 66 in the Imprint range. I'm so glad I picked it up in the recent sale because it was fantastic to revisit this one, and I would love to know your thoughts on Double Jeopardy. If you've seen it before, or are you going to check it out? Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hate it, or fell somewhere in the middle. And if you can think of any other movies from this era similar to this, drop them down in the comment box below. You may spark a memory of one that I would want to revisit again. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.